If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity.
Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, it's so good to have you here. My name is Chineye Anoka. The topic for today is ghosting. Now, for the purpose of this video, we'll be addressing two people, the ghoster and the ghostee. The ghoster is the person who does the act, and the ghostee is the victim. Now, ghosting normally happens when someone you believe cares for you suddenly ceases communication, like no calls, no text, they don't reach out to you. And most times before this happened, you guys were cool, you guys were really okay, no issues or anything. So ghosting happens just like that, and the ghostee is left wondering where he or she went wrong. The truth of the matter is that, speaking from a lady's perspective, guys usually ghost more. So for the purpose of this video, the ghoster will be referred to as a he. But just in case you're a guy watching this and you've been ghosted by a lady, it's really okay for you to think of a lady whenever I mention the ghoster as a he. I hope you get, yeah. Now, the idea behind ghosting, most times the ghoster thinks it's better to cut off communication and just like move on, and the ghostee is supposed to understand. The reason the ghoster does this is because he is scared of confrontation and you know the whole drama that comes with breaking up and all that. Most times they assume that the ghostee should understand, get the hint, and just move on. It's really a selfish act, even if from the ghoster's point the person is thinking, I'm trying to save this person from the drama, I just want this person to get the hint and go on. But in the ghostee's mind, there are a lot of questions going on. Did I do something wrong? Is something wrong with me? Do I have bad breath? Do I have body odor? Are there things, did we have issues that we couldn't talk about? A lot of things are left in the ghostee's head, and most times the ghostee is emotionally drained. I'm also going to be sharing possible reasons why people ghost and what to do when they come back, because they usually come back, and also what to do if they never come back. So I'm going to share a personal experience I had back in 2017. I used to talk to a guy. We're pretty cool. We used to talk every day, morning, afternoon, night. I'm speaking full-time communication. In fact, the day before he ghosted me, we were joking about something and even laughing, like it was a good day. And then the next day I didn't hear from him, and I was like, oh, okay, it's probably busy. But guys, it went from morning to afternoon to evening to 1 day to 2 days to 1 week. And now I'm sure some people will be thinking, why didn't you just send him a message? But I didn't, because one, I knew that I didn't do anything wrong. So as at then, funny enough, we didn't even know anything about ghosting. So it was not like I was thinking, is this guy trying to ghost me? I just felt, what's up with this one? Anyway, it pained me, I won't lie. But guys, this continued from a day to 4 days to a week to a month to a year. I'm not even kidding. 1 year after, I was in my room seeing a movie on my laptop, and this guy called me, and I was like, okay. And I still had the number, so obviously I didn't delete his number or anything. He used to post on WhatsApp and all those things, and I know I felt like calling him. I wanted to know, what's up, did I do anything wrong? But I felt like if I did something wrong, you should tell me. I shouldn't chase you around. I know I have issues when it comes to pride and all that, but I'm happy that my pride was actually not a flaw in that moment. My pride came to play because I didn't say a word to this guy. And then 1 year later, this guy is calling me like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, I'm good, how you doing? And I didn't go with the pity party of, oh, you didn't even call me, what happened? No, we can play this ignorance game together. Let's be immature together. So I didn't say anything. It was like, how are you doing? Anyway, before I called, I was thinking, if I called you and you didn't pick, I wasn't going to call again. And my man was like, who is this info for, Sha? Which one concern me? When we got talking, he was like, I know I haven't spoken to you in a year. The truth of the matter is I felt unwanted, and I just had to give you space. I'm like, unwanted? How? Like, we're laughing a day before this happened. So, but when he said this, I didn't even ask him how. I was like, oh, okay. Because I knew that his reason was obviously a lie. And guys, the next day he went back to how we used to chat, you know, no explanation, no apology, nothing. And because I had moved on, I wasn't really feeling the chat. So I used to reply his chats, and then after a while, I didn't even reply them anymore. Not intentionally, but the vibe wasn't there to me. I mean, he was even trying too hard. And his messages just went from top of my WhatsApp list to like bottom of my WhatsApp list. And one day I was trying to clear out my contacts, and I just saw his name there, and I just like deleted his number. No, before I deleted his number, I blocked him from seeing my WhatsApp story. Then I deleted his number. Then I removed him from my Instagram. I removed him from my Instagram, and that was how it just died off. Most times, that is how to treat ghosters, because the truth of the matter is, ghosters really do not have any excuse. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go into the reasons why people ghost, and this is one of the popular reasons. Someone else has gotten his attention, and guys usually do not like to burn bridges. So because someone else has gotten his attention, he won't just cut you off, tell you, you know what, don't talk to me anymore. No. He'll move on. Like, he'll expect you to get the hint and move on. So it usually starts with slow replies and then nothing, or just no more messages. They ignore your calls and your texts. That is, if you even text someone like me, I won't even bother, because pride, I won't even bother. Someone else has gotten his attention. This person could be an ex who came back to his life, or somebody he actually loves and he has been trying to chase for a while, and this person like comes back into his life, and obviously on a scale, this person has more value than you. Or maybe the real love of his life returns, like an ex, or just someone he had a connection with, and person resurfaces back in his life. This person has more value in the guy's life compared to you, so the guy would obviously leave you to be with that person. So they cut you off, but listen, 95% of the time they usually come back, and they come back with pity stories. Most times they just come up with things like, I was going through a tough time in my life, I had depression. Even if they really didn't have depression, oh, I lost my job, my dog died, you know, stories that touch the heart. And most times, girls, as vulnerable as we can be, we tend to be empathetic and, you know, consider those things. But the truth of the matter is, anyone who ghosts you doesn't have respect for you, and the chances are the fact that you're coming back doesn't mean they're going to stay. So when they come back, don't act all excited like, oh, he's finally back in my life. No, because the truth of the matter is, it's only a matter of time before this person runs off again. The only reason he's coming back is because whatever he left you for didn't work out, and you are the person who makes him feel wanted, because you actually appreciate the time he spends with you. And trust me, you don't want to be second choice. You definitely do not want to be the consolation prize. Another reason why people ghost is obviously because they do not like the drama of breaking up, where one person is like, oh, why'd you do this to me? After all, we've been together. They do not like confrontation. So they just ghost so that you can get the hint and move on. But to me, that person is really immature, selfish, and has communication issues. And that is a lot of baggage for you. So it's even better they left the way they did, instead of you fighting for something that will probably eventually in future not even work out. So if you were genuinely in love with somebody, you give this person your heart, and this person thought the best way to end the relationship was to ghost you, it's definitely their loss. Read my lips. It's definitely their loss and not yours. Now, another reason why guys ghost is because you're not what they expected. Yes, you probably don't have the vibe that they thought you had. You're not giving them the energy they need. You're not as attractive or interesting as they thought you'd be. And because of this, they just ghost you. This is them being disappointed and seeing it as a waste of time, working on something that didn't meet up to par, didn't meet up to what they wanted. Now, the truth of the matter is, most times, if they leave for this reason, they come back because they are expecting that you've probably leveled up, or there's something good about you that they didn't notice in the first try. And so what? They come back again, hoping that this time something different would have changed about you. Or they've gone round to search for love and they didn't get it. They've gone round to search for the attention, they didn't get it, and then they come back to you. Just like I said earlier, you don't want to be the consolation prize. Anyone who ghosts you is disrespectful, and the moment they do that, there's no point working on something. The best thing is just to maybe accept them, put them in the friend zone, and leave them there forever, and maybe in the process ghost them too, just so they can have a taste of their own medicine. Now, another reason why people ghost is because they want to feed their sexual desire and their egoistic issues. Really, players do this most. Now, the whole idea behind it is that they are narcissists basically, and they just want to get what they want. If you had genuine intentions and this person satisfied something like sexual urges or something and then ghosted you, then that person is obviously a player. It's better you know about it now than investing so much in something that would most likely not work out. If a ghoster's pattern is actually to ghost, it's really unhealthy for the person as well, because that person obviously doesn't know about communication. Because the truth of the matter is, how long can you run? Sooner or later, you'd have to confront your feelings and emotions. And if you think you can do this to A, do this to B, do this to C, do this to D, something will definitely catch up with you somewhere, sometime, okay? If ghosting is a pattern for somebody, the person has a lot of issues, and the person has to work on his communication skills, maturity, and a whole lot of all that. Yeah. Sometimes the reason for someone ghosting can be genuine. Maybe if they say, I was going through a tough time, I needed space. But then again, you should be respectable enough to communicate with whoever it is that has given you his or her time. You owe it to that person to say, I need space. You need to be respectable and mature about it. So now, this advice would be for those people who have been ghosted and are obviously still healing from it. The first thing to do is to not beat yourself up about it. Obviously, it's him and not you. It's her and not you. That person obviously has to learn about communication. So if someone ghosts you, it's their loss, not yours. Secondly, in case you're feeling hurt or anger, it's okay for you to express that. You can write things down, you can speak to someone, but do not suppress the feeling. And also, do not say because of how you're feeling, you want to revenge, so you want to send them a message and tell them, this thing you did, blah, 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 blah. The truth of the matter is, they might most likely ghost you again or probably block you. A ghoster has reasons for ghosting. As much as possible, if you want to vent, you really do not have to communicate with such people, unless you think you have hurt them in a way, and ghosting you is a way they are trying to let you know that you hurt me. But to me, most times that is not the case. So resist the urge to send them impulse messages telling them about how you feel. That's only going to make them feel more important, and that is also going to give room for them ghosting you again, and you really don't want that. Another thing is to not blame yourself. Rejection is painful and it really hurts your confidence and your ego and a lot of things. But just in case someone ghosts you, you really shouldn't blame yourself. The simple thing is to move on. I mean, thank goodness it happened now and not tomorrow, not 1 week later or 1 year later, after you have invested so much in that person. Remember another thing, most times it's sad that these ghosters come back after it seems like you've made peace with the fact that they left. If they come back, they may come up with stories that would make you feel pity. You shouldn't be in a hurry to accept them with arms open, because actions will eventually speak louder than words. So you should have your self-respect and pride and just let them work for your friendship. They usually come back, but they usually do not stay that long. So if you just accept them, it will be really easy for them to walk out of your life. If their change is sincere, they have to earn your affection. They have to work for it. Like, you need to see that this person really wants you in their life. And when that is the case, they won't be eager to just run out anymore or just ghost you, because they know how long it took for them to gain your trust. Okay? Very few relationships of people who have ghosted and been ghosted really work out fine. Other times it really doesn't work out that way. So the best thing is to move on with your life. Better things, better days. As long as you're living, there is hope for better opportunities. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope you found it helpful. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, join the family. We are really growing every day, and I'm so grateful and thankful to every single person who has subscribed to this channel. Till I come your way next time, my name is Chineye Anoka. Stay amazing. So much love from me to you guys. Mwah. Bye.